Welcome back. It's time for our third place game tomorrow. And I wish this game meant something else. Like it was just like there was some incentive for the third place game. Like, I don't know, that the winner automatically qualifies to the next World Cup or something like this. I mean, getting a bronze medal, so to speak, is not bad at all. But I wish there was a little more incentive for the two teams playing after like a very disappointing moment, losing semifinals. That being said, it's a great game given the two teams that have made it to this phase. We're gonna have Croatia playing against Morocco. The game is gonna be at the Khalifa International Stadium, and referee is gonna be Abdul Rahman Al Jassim from Qatar. So that game is gonna be at 10 in the morning. Eastern time, and as mentioned, Croatia's coming off a tough loss, 3-0 against Argentina. I don't think there were any suspensions or any injuries in this team, so they should have everybody available for the game. I'm expecting it's going to be a 4-3-3 formation. Livakovic will definitely be the keeper. He's been fantastic all season. I think the chances of the coach repeating the starting lineup from the previous game are high. We'll see Juranovic, Lovren, Guardiol, and Borna Sosa in the back. Then Modric, Brozovic, and Kovacic in the midfield, and then Mayer, Petkovic, and Perisic up front. I hope Modric can have his final game and leave and retire on a very high note. On the Moroccan side, same thing, 4-3-3 probably. Bono, fantastic goalkeeper in net. Hakimi, Dari, El Yamik, and Atiyad Allah should be the back. Unahi, Amrabat, the Fiorentina player who should definitely be among the best 11 or the combined 11 or whatever the name you give it at the end of the World Cup, and Amala probably, then Ziyech, El Nasiri, and Buffal up front. If I had to pick from these two teams players that could be into that top 11, definitely Hakimi, Morocco, Amrabat, Morocco, Luka Modric, who could pass on that one, and then the two keepers, Livakovic and Bono, they're both being fantastic. That being said, most of them they'll probably lose their spot to players from Argentina and France, but I think both teams have shown a lot of quality, a lot of good football, and I really hope for a great game tomorrow, which is normally the norm, normally the case. These teams have already lost. They have nothing else to do than just enjoy and have fun. And third place games could be really interesting. I remember the one in the previous World Cup with England, and I think my favorite one would be, I think it was Sweden against Bulgaria in 1994, and that was a fun game to watch. I remember the goalkeeper from Sweden, Ravelli, and Thomas Brolin, and all the Henrik Larsson, all the good Swedish players. That was a great game to play. Again, the keeper in Bulgaria was Mihailov, who had a wing. But yeah, so going back to this, I think for tomorrow, Croatia will definitely beat Morocco, and it's going to be my prediction is going to be a win that will leave no doubts, like a 2-0 or 3-0. Like I said, both teams they don't have any stress, they don't have any pressure anymore, so they will just be free to play their soccer. And Croatia playing with no pressure, no stress could be really dangerous. So let's go with a 3-0 Croatia tomorrow.
Third place match, Morocco against Croatia on Saturday. We're going to give our prediction for that, and then we'll give our prediction for the final after Saturday's fixture. Definitely an interesting fixture, especially knowing that we've already actually watched this matchup. A 0-0 draw in the group stage. It was the second match day. In group stage, no, it was the first match day, seeing as Belgium played Canada. A 0-0 draw. I was watching the Belgium and Canada game. that day. I don't recall watching the Morocco and Croatia game. I cannot recall a lot of it. Obviously not a big, exciting game. Definitely not a game a lot of people are actually going to get up for, seeing as it comes on at 10 a.m. here. And it's a Saturday, so people are going to sleep in. I will watch it. It's still a game of football at the end of the day to me, so I'm definitely going to watch it. But seeing as it's already been played, it was a 0-0 draw. It's not going to get everyone out of bed on Saturday morning. I think it'd be really cool to see Morocco get a third place finish. I think that regardless just where they are in this point in the tournament is just groundbreaking history made for just the continent of Africa and Arab people all around. It's really, really positive. I still think Croatia are a really good side, regardless of how they got dismantled by Argentina. It happens when you're playing the GOATs. I do think that it will be another draw. I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw this time, though. And I'm going to say I want to go with penalties because both these teams, both their keepers have been amazing. Livakovic and Bono. I'm going to take Morocco to finish their fairy tale story, coming in third place on penalties against Croatia after a 1-1 draw in normal time and add extra time. Cheers.
Hello. So tomorrow, Croatia and Morocco are going to face off to see who comes in third and fourth place in the World Cup. You know, I think Croatia played really well against Argentina, and I think the game of Morocco and France was pretty close as well, which is kind of unexpected because no one really expected Morocco to make it this far. However, I do think that Croatia is going to win tomorrow. They put up a really good fight against Argentina, and I think they just have a little bit more experience, and I have a feeling that it's going to be 2-0. So yeah, that's my predictions.
Good morning y buenos dias. My predictions for the, let's call third and fourth place between Croatia and Morocco. It's going to be Croatia. They are going to, as much as Morocco wants, they're going to play their hearts out, but I think eventually, after watching the France game, they might be able to figure out that if you dribble the ball all the way in without making any passing, you might be able to miraculously make it in. So my call on that game is for Croatia. Score, yeah, I can't tell. I would say, I'm going to guess 2-1.
Before we end today's episode, I just want to talk a little about two things about Argentina. First of all, the accusations of racism and the discrimination and corruption, and that we have bribe people so Argentina will get the World Cup. All that kind of ridiculousness. It's not even worth replying to. But I wanted to talk a little about the racism stuff because many people outside of Argentina, especially in places like Spain and Mexico, are making all these claims. There's a video of 4 fans that made up a song about the French, and these people and people in the States too quickly making the assumption that because 4 guys came up with a song, then the whole country is like that. And I would think journalists from Spain would be very careful to talk about racism, since they discriminate both against South Americans and people from Africa like Morocco, right? I've seen the same people say that the worst thing that could happen was to have Sudacas, like us Argentinians, playing against the Moros, like Moroccan people, in the final. So, they should be a little more careful. And then, yeah, same thing, like journalists or people from the U.S. blasting other countries about their racism, or writing really ignorant articles about how come there are not black people in the Argentinian national team. Well, we don't have a lot of black people. First of all, because we abolished slavery in 1813, a couple years before other countries did, right? And so we have a mix of all places. There's most people in Argentina are either of European descent or like what we call mestizos, like they have European and Aboriginal descent. And black people are a minority because, again, we didn't have too many slaves back in the day. And then there were a couple of plagues in the 19th century that decimated the black population. So yeah, that's the reason why there are no black players in the Argentine national team. Or like somebody replied to this ignorant people from the Washington Post, is because we are actually a country and not a Disney movie for teenagers. And about the songs, yeah, there are songs about everything, and that doesn't mean that the whole country is like whatever song 4 people wrote. This is a sport, guys. We should be enjoying it and not reading too deep into it. And the people who make those ignorant comments out of jealousy, out of envy, I don't know. It's funny because they come from countries that are either used to lose to Argentina all the time, excuse me, like Mexico. For whatever reason, we always seem to eliminate Mexico from the World Cup, only to lose to Germany after. Not this time, but yeah. And then Spain, maybe out of frustration because they never seem to progress in the World Cup. They have a very strong league, lots of foreign players with a lot of talent, but they never can get enough talent to have a reliable national team that can actually advance in the World Cup. Always disappointed. They, especially those fans from Madrid, they have a lot of anger toward Leo Messi, because when Messi was playing for Barcelona, he used to be Real Madrid all the time. So that's probably why. So it's all a mix of envy and hatred and discrimination and just insane, just absolute insanity. We're talking about sports here again. So let's forget your prejudice and follow your pride and just enjoy. We don't have a problem with anybody. Argentinian fans, they support Argentina and they don't cheer against other teams. That's very unusual. We'll be back tomorrow with an analysis of the third game plays and a preview of the final game on Sunday. Just 3-4 episodes and we're done, guys. See you tomorrow.